Okay. Hello, my name is Eugene. Can I be honest? For a long time, I kept telling myself one sentence: I'm not ready to speak, not ready to start, not ready to post, not ready to lead, not ready to be seen. And what was underneath that sentence wasn't wisdom, it was fear. Fear of judgment, fear of being compared, fear of people saying, "You lived in the US for almost 10 years. Why isn't your English perfect?" Fear that if my pronunciation or grammar wasn't native, then my message would not matter. So I waited to feel confident. I waited to feel fluent enough. I waited to feel like I had permission. But here's what I learned the hard way. Ready is a feeling that often shows up after you move, not before. Back then, my mindset was basically this: if I don't feel strong, I'm going to fail. If I make mistakes, people will judge me. If I start too early, I will embarrass myself. So I kept preparing in private. And yes, preparation is good, but my problem wasn't preparation. My problem was protection. I was using not ready as a safe place to hide because if I never started, then nobody could criticize me. If I never posted, then nobody could laugh. If I never tried, then I never had to face the feeling of being not enough. And maybe you know that feeling too. You have something you in your heart, something you want to build, share, create, or begin, but you keep thinking, after I improve more, after I heal more, after I learn more, after I become more. And the truth is, there will always be a next level. So if you're waiting for perfection to start, you're going to wait forever. When I came back to Korea in 2020, I decided something had to change. I told myself I'm going to practice every day, not because I feel ready, but because I want to grow. So I practiced out loud. I read Bible verses out loud every day. I prayed out loud every day. I read books, articles, did shadowing. I taught students while I was still learning. And here's the funny part. The more I practiced, the more I realized how much I didn't know. Have you ever felt that? Like, the more you grow, the more you notice your weakness. At first, that discouraged me, but then I realized something important. That feeling doesn't mean you are failing. It means your awareness is expanding. It means your standard is rising. It means you are actually improving. And in the middle of the process, a Bible verse started hitting me differently, not as a nice quote, but as a real instruction in life. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6 says, "Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take." Notice what the verse doesn't say. It doesn't say, "Wait until you fully understand the path." It says, "Seek him while you do." Guidance comes on the move, and that's when it clicked for me. Clarity followed action, not confidence. I didn't suddenly wake up one day with perfect English or perfect courage. No, I started taking steps, small steps, messy steps, and the steps started shaping me. Let me say this clearly. Waiting to feel ready sounds responsible, but sometimes it's just fear wearing nice clothes, because ready is not a requirement for growth, movement is. And faith, real faith, has movement inside it. Even scripture says faith isn't meant to stay stuck as an idea, it meant to produce action. So I started recording videos even when my pronunciation wasn't perfect. I started sharing thoughts even when my sentences weren't smooth. I started building my business, and even I didn't plan enough. Then that's exactly how I started my business. Uh, I want to guide the student to acquire English, especially like using storybooks. That was my seed, and the rest I built it while walking. I found the place, I built the structure, I improved the lessons, I learned what worked, I adjusted what didn't. Not because I was confident, but because I was moving. And here's another verse that gave me so much comfort in the middle of insecurity. My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. That means weakness doesn't disqualify you. Weakness can become the exact place where God strengthens you. So instead of praying, God, make me perfect before I started praying, God, give me courage to take the next step. And step by step, I began to change, not overnight, not magically, but steadily. And it reminded me of this promise: God doesn't start something in you and abandon it, it continues His work. So if you are in progress, you are not behind, you are in process. So here's my one sentence takeaway for you: stop waiting to feel ready, start moving, and clarity will meet you on the way. If you have been paused because you feel unqualified, imperfect, or not confident enough, I want you to hear this. You don't need 100% confidence to take one step. Take the step you can take today: one phone call, one page, one video, one prayer out loud, one practice session, one honest try. Because when you start walking, God can guide your steps, and you will look back later and realize the thing you were waiting for was waiting for you to move first. Thanks for watching.